in light of the 30th aid convoy going through Karm Abu Salim, how do you view Egypt's role in delivering humanitarian aid to the Gaza Strip?
Certainly today, the aid convoy number 30 is entering. It is a continuous way of the it is a continuous efforts. These are the continuous efforts of Egypt and their leading and fundamental role in delivering humanitarian aid into the Gaza Strip. This also marks the continuous intent of the Israelis on targeting civilians. Egypt made tremendous efforts, and these efforts are continuous. They aim to reduce the numbers. The Israelis' efforts, monstrous efforts, aim to reduce the number of trucks entering through the passages. Thus, they are bullying drivers and trying to stop the aid convoys from entering. This is all conducted under the supervision of the occupation regime and officials. On the other side, Egypt is willing to provide relief to the Palestinian people, all in the face of the war machine, the Israeli war machine, the planned starvation, and the continuous aggression. So Egypt aims to deliver humanitarian aid. This is one fundamental goal of ours. We are also looking forward with other partners to impose pressure on Israel to stop the ongoing military aggression conducted by the right-wing government in Israel. We want to stop their ongoing displacement plans. They are continuing in their stance, and the war is ongoing, unfortunately.
Yes, but has a ceasefire in Gaza become increasingly difficult to achieve at this present time?
There is nothing that can be deemed impossible, but what we see now is a continuation of the military operations on the ground. They are drafting reservists at the moment and aiming towards Gaza. So the international efforts, and on the other side there is an intent from the Israeli officials' part to continue the plan to forcefully displace the inhabitants of Gaza. So unless the United States and the international community impose pressure on Israel through protests, we saw protests and people taking to the streets in Israel. They want the immediate release of the detainees. So the current efforts led by the Likud party can hinder the military operations. But Egypt, on the other hand, will continue to deliver humanitarian aid to Gaza. Also, we are performing a fundamental intermediary role alongside the United States and other states. So it's not impossible. But the practices of the Israeli government contradicts it all.
Mr. Azzeddin, what's your take on the recent Houthi attacks on Israel? Could the situation in the region escalate even further in the coming period?
say something clearly and truthfully. After October 7th and Hamas's operation, the Houthis in operations in the Red Sea did not, and threatens also from Hezbollah, did not stop the Israelis in their tracks. So all these push further towards bad direction. It has a psychological impact, of course, and it might put the the Palestinian cause to the facade again. But other entities or resistance are conducting operations, but it will not change the Israelis' plan or objectives.
Well, is it possible that Netanyahu might dismiss the Israeli chief of staff due to his stance on controlling the Gaza Strip?
The hierarchy of power, the head of the government and the leading party can appoint or relieve people in ministries, including the chief of staff. So Netanyahu imposed pressures on the leading security figures and military figures, intelligence figures as well, he doesn't want to be apprehended legally, and he is willing to remove all those who are aiming for the negotiations to succeed, because he wants it to fail. He wants to remain in power. So the chief of staff might be dismissed, but the Israeli opposition and the demonstrations by the families of the detainees, the discontent of the international community as well, and Trump's recent statements on Israel becoming less popular, all these factors combined mean that if the leading party crumbled in Israel, or if resolutions were issued against Netanyahu or other key figures, it might all indicate that the war and killing machine of Israel will be halted and put to a stop.